we're here at the very end of our relic weapon. I figured we'd be here. Hey, Elvie! Hey! We're here at the end of the relic weapon for Heavensward, and it is, like, my favorite of the White Mage weapons. It is so cool. Look at this. And if you guys remember, they had mentioned something like, we were going to create like a creature that lives inside of the weapon. Well, unfortunately, the weapon could not handle all of that power, and could not handle the soul that lived inside of it, so we had to pull it out once I find it. Oh no. I should have found it beforehand. I apologize. Where did you go, little guy? I think she's at the end. There she is. Ardashir fashioned this new body utilizing the Anima's original soul stone. No longer limited to the immediate vicinity of the Anima weapon, it is free to explore the realm at your side. Whether it will grow to become a real boy or girl, however, remains to be seen. The Anima took a corporeal form. And here she is. Look at this cutie! Slash pet. Oh, he did a little dance. So, we are ready. We've got... I think LV means just one of the like classes of the relic weapons, because they're fun to do. Like, eventually, you know, when you're bored and you got nothing else to do, you just go and run a few dungeons, you know. It's not a problem. Yeah. I mean, remember, I wasn't able to do the Stormblood relic weapons, and I'm doing it now. And I mean, I'm almost I'm about a little more than halfway done. Yay! Anyway, let's head back to New Game Plus. Yeah! Here we go! I think we're going back to the Rising Stones. Let's do it. Let's go, Anima. Gosh, I forgot what I named you. Because we already have Jadalyn. And I'm pretty sure I said you were a girl. You can choose, like, when you're doing it, they're like, oh, by the way, is your Anima a boy or a girl? And you can't choose non-binary, I'm sorry. RIP. Yes, and that's what I said. One weapon for Elvie. Elvie will do, like, the Dragoon one, and then they're done. So, there you go. It's no problem. Where am I going again? Oh, yeah. Yeah, back to Revenant's Toll. I should have figured. Let's eat an Aetherite Pass. Might as well. Oh, no. I think they were just saying I need to do every quest for, like, the one job that I want to do. Like, because there is a little story behind it, but you don't gotta do it completely. So, don't you want to see the story of the Anima? Don't you want to get a little Anima pet? Did we talk to all of you last time? It's probably really sad since my own grief is a crushing weight upon my heart, and I think of what Ida must be feeling. Papalymo's sacrifice cannot be in vain. We will find the means to deal with this primal. All I want to do is weep, but right now we need to hold back the tears and do what must be done. Once Ida returns, I'll see she sits down with her favorite dish. When you feel empty inside, it is easy to forget that your belly needs to be filled. Oh, jeez. Don't say that. I know that. Sacrificing oneself for one's duty. Such actions remind me of the warriors of Doma, of the samurai and shinobi who died for our cause. They told us what happened with Papalymo, and I... Forgive me. There are simply no words. Coulternet greatly admired Papalymo and aspired to achieve the same lofty heights of magecraft. His loss was a terrible blow to the Scions. Don't worry, he's in a terrible gotcha now, so... Wait, that's not good at all. I have a long road ahead before I match the Archons in skill and expertise, but we all must do our parts in times like this. Surely there's something I can do to help. Hey, Nora, you're not thinking about boys for 1 second. Nice. As much as we wish it were different, there is a limit to what our healing can accomplish. Even the most powerful magics can do naught for a grieving heart. My brother may wrap himself in steel, but he is a man of tender heart. Witness his concern for the pain his dear friend endures. Aww. Yeah, poor Coulternet, and even Harbolter doesn't know what to say. All he can do is just stand with him. The interminable wait for news from Gridania seems to be taking its toll on Alice. Ah, Calosa, I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning we still have no idea how long it will be before... A communication from the Alliance! One moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The Council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the primal, of course. As of Y'shtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung over the wall unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seedseer doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I'm told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to the proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones in Tataru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. Leave it to me. Don't unlock every job, Elfie. Don't be like me. Meanwhile, at Vesper Bay, a lone ship. Well, I guess a boat. Could it be?
A word, if you would, good sir. This place. It is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Yeah, you didn't actually answer the question. You just said the name of the town.
Hey? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port.
How did you eat? How did you not get hit by every storm? How did it not capsize? Ugh. Who's this weirdo?
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Heck yeah!
Good God, man. Are you all right?
Andre like, what the crap?
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Who could it be? Yeah, Alteron, you can. I do recommend eventually at least doing one. You don't got to do all of them. All right, head to. Actually, I've got a whole bunch of these Aetheryte tickets. Might as well use them. They take me straight to Gridania. Free Gridania. Hey, free Gridania pass. Yeah! Nice! Thanks for the free ride. I'm out. That sword, it did look pretty cool. It was slightly curved and everything. It did look a little bit like Yugiti's the swords, but a little longer. Yo, we're here!
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
Also, Alteron was mentioning that the Towering Traveler was clearly a pro wrestler because that was a great bump. The way he slammed down without actually really hurting himself. Nice!
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken.
Oh hey, this is the Garlean that got saved by her. He finally has a voice. Yay! We still never know his name. We've been around. He's been around since Shadowbringers. Still doesn't have a name.
After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
Aw, crap, it is a primal. And Americ! I'm sure Elvie is like standing like at his side, you know, as his guardian.
So we must assume that Ilberd's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near.
Oof.
The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
Aw, geez. So even though it's sealed within, there's still enough power to just zap things out of the sky. That's no good.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment.
Jeez. The last time we saw something of that power, it was Ultima. It just tore down 2 warships. Whew.
Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
Oh, jeez.
We could face another calamity.
This is the worst.
So the primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
And what are we gonna do? What do you think?
Agreed.
There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
What the?
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
Oh no, it can't be!
What in the hells are you doing here?
Nero!
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Hey, it's Heavensward, Nero's voice actor. Yay! It's been a while. Actually, yeah, okay. Let him through.
Who is this man?
Yeah, Amerik's just like, lol, what?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna get down on one knee and propose. Oh no, it's okay. Also, Nero, what are you doing here? Canned laughter. Propose. It's happening. Everyone get ready.
As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut.
Right.
And the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the elder primal in the first place.
What?
I speak, of course, of Omega.
Hey! Remember when this name was dropped way back when in A Realm Reborn post-game? And people are like, oh, just skip A Realm Reborn. No one cares. They don't talk about it. But now when they say Omega is going to be at the Cartano Flats, we could go, oh, right, I remember seeing that in A Realm Reborn post-game. And not, why the hell did we figure that out? I don't know. But anyway, there you go. I was an engineer like you until I took an arrow to the knee. He did not, though. This is the worst proposal. What are you, is Omega the ring? Come on, Nero, come on. He started creeping outside Sid's workshop to this. It's amazing how one raid chain will change someone. See, this is why I really liked it. At the end of Crystal Tower, I was like, oh yeah, I could see how like they're going, this was the start of him changing. And I remember a bunch of people going, what are you talking about? He's not going to change. What are you, and it was like, he's still gonna be a jerk. He's still gonna be like a high and mighty jerk about it, but he's not like, you can see how he's moving from, I'm gonna use power for myself to, let's see what we can, how we can use this power to not get ourselves killed, you know? So, like, he's getting there. Baby steps. Baby steps. That smirk.
Omega? That Hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartano since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer. The mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity.
What? Yeah, well, what? Probably shouldn't say that part out loud, but I mean, at least now we have his credentials. Crazy what nearly being turned into a plum will do to a man. You know what? True.
And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
He really didn't have to. He could have just tried to awaken it on his own and use it for evil.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Is this coming from the guy who saved his ass? I mean, heroes and all. Can't not save people.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years studying side by side at the academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
Calosa's like, what? Why are you bringing me into this? What? I do kind of like how, especially in A Realm Reborn and a little bit in Heavensward, a lot of people were talking about, hey, how come I always have to do everything? Everyone just sits back and lets Calosa lets the Warrior of Light do it. It's so dumb. No one knows how to take care of themselves. And I'm glad that they're trying to like, okay, here are the NPCs making their own ideas and own types of things. Because you're right, it is kind of boring just being like, well, we'll just throw the Deus Ex Machina at it.
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
So if you're thinking if we can use the technology to awaken it, we can also use the technology to control it and make it go back to sleep again.
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Yeah. But, I mean, he makes a point. If we can wake it up, can't we just put it back to sleep? I don't know. If it's got a little collar around it, and we can shock it when it does something bad, is it really a problem?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us.
Exactly.
Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
I am remembered of Chrono Trigger when Lucas starts repairing Robo, and Marl says, well, what if it attacks us? And Marl says, the machines are not born evil. Humans make them that way. And so, here you go. If we can use Omega to actually do good things instead of exploding it all the time, maybe this is the best course.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
Everyone's saying it, Allagans, yeah. I mean, they are gone, but, yeah, good one, LV. Oh no, I'm gonna cough.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
I managed to mute myself. Nice. Thanks, Nero.
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
I mean, I already said he makes a convincing case, so you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. I mean, if we can just shut it back down, it won't be a problem. Sid doesn't agree.
He makes me grind my teeth is what he does. But I suppose we don't have much of a choice.
We really don't, Sid. I'm sorry. I am Plan B, and I'm okay with Plan B, but let's do Plan A, okay?
Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Oh my gosh, I just realized that the Keepers of the Entwined Serpents have their studded leather armor, but on the woman, if you look right up at the chest, it looks like two. Oh no! I can't unsee it! Help!
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartano and take command of Omega.
Oh no! Look, Alderaan, look at her!
Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
Oh, I'll definitely supervise Nero. I will be happy to punch him in the face if he does anything stupid in his stupid scruffy face.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
I love how everyone, we have Unnatural, we have Aqua, we have Elvie, everyone's like, oh no, what? Why would you do, what? And then Alteron is like, oh yeah. Oh, so this is your first time noticing it then? Look, I was too busy looking at beautiful Kane Senna, who is the most graceful and beautiful woman ever, to look at that.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
Heck yeah! Do it! Do it! Nero like, wait, what?
My blade is yours.
And her slight look over like, yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm totally ready to slit this dude's throat. Like, straight up, don't even, no questions asked.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
To be fair, Alteron says, my eyes are naturally driven to that location. Oh. Oh, I love Nero just patting Sid's back like, it's okay, it's okay. I'm sorry that we have to like each other again. He probably would a little bit. I mean, yeah, she probably would know Nero a little bit, but given that he's an engineer and not exactly a warrior, she probably might not have known much about him, but probably at least heard about him in some ways. What else was we talking about? Oh yeah, Elvie was saying, why not both? Think for yourself and throw Calosa. Yeah, I'm Plan B. ¿Por qué no los dos? Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions. Not least among them, how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. Well, I mean, it's Nero. His ways are mysterious. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alice is already on her way, and it would not do to lag too far behind. Let us be off. The obvious solution. Let's just teleport straight there. Whoop. Oh wait! Wait! I forgot! There's a new thing now! I gotta do this. Ethernet. Airship landing! It's so cool! Wow! Where is everyone? I don't know. Alice went on ahead. I don't know. Oh, sorry for looking at your butt, Sid. I didn't mean that. Actually, I think it was a pant leg. Okay, that's better. Calosa, Alphino, ready to go. The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of the man poking around the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphino. Your sister was adamant that he never left her sight. She and Yugiri are... well, here they are now. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano? Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plans. Oh, I thought time was against us. Oh, how foolish of me. Ugh. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. My dad had a saying. He never actually did this, of course, but the joke was, when I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you. So, I mean, this is probably Alice's real feeling. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such a time as you have finished procrastinating. All right. When Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Y'shtola and the others forthwith and join you as soon as I am able. Calosa, pray accompany Alice back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Right, everyone headed to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. Yes, Allie, yeah. When I want your opinion, Nero, I'll beat it out of you. Perfect. You are traveling with Master Garland, miss. The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. Heck yeah, traveling to Mordona. Traveling to Mordona. Wow. Well, there we are. And there's the Excelsior. Excelsior! What a dork. What manner of airship has no private cabins? Then again, I suppose Garland had to find somewhere to stow his half-baked inventions. I do not care for that man. Strange though it may seem, Nero's former loyalties do not trouble me, but I can see why people are loath to lower their guard around him. I mean, Sid was a Garlean, so it's not like we hate him because he's Garlean. We just hate him because he's a dork. I was gonna say another D word, but I decided not to. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the Toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then? Oh, by the way, we've been trying to do other mounts and everything. So here we go. Amber Draft Chocobo. To the Ishgardians, red represents true love and loyalty. To this wild chocobo from the Dravanian forelands, it meant capture at the hands of hunters who easily found a red chocobo sticking out like a sore thumb in the midst of all his yellow brethren. What about my 40 acres and a chocobo? Oh, by the way, this is one of the rare chocobos that has oh wait, never mind, that's maximum riders too. For some reason, I thought this was, I do remember, I think it's, a paid one. It's what is it? Cloud's motorcycle. It's like $40. And like, yeah, it actually, if you don't have the riding map for the area, it actually goes up a level of riding. So it goes a little faster, but come on, it's Cloud's. Like, it's Cloud's thing. Who would do that? Losers, that's who. We must be careful, old friend. The walking weapons of Allag were expressly designed to subdue primals, but men like Gaius will always seek to use them against mankind. It falls to us to ensure that Omega is never employed as a weapon of war. In the wrong hands, it would be bad. No, in the wrong hands, it would be bad. There we go. Sorry. One was created to capture Bahamut and the other to surpass him, which will prove the stronger, I suppose. Fear not. I shall keep a close eye on our new ally. I know Nero's a guest here, but we don't exactly have the happiest history with the Empire, do we? So my question to you is, do I offer him tea? Oh, Flamine's hiding over here in a corner. Hoary Boulder and his companions left to continue reconnaissance on the beast tribes. They were adamant about shouldering what burdens they could while the senior scions were occupied with this cocoon emergency. Ah, the determination upon their faces. There is nothing more blinding than youth burning with purpose. Yo, Nero, what's up? How do you like our home away from home?
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight.
Well, I mean, we've got books. That's the fruits of man's enlightenment as well.
It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, come on. Books are not primitive. We don't even got the internet!
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation.
Aqua's like, oh, shut up, Nero, and you're right. There you go. Tataru and Aqua just fist bumping.
Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Oh my gosh! Wedge made her an electric tea kettle. Wedge is such a simp. Oh my gosh! Elvie is learning Ishgardian law. They have become very civilized. Thank you very much, Nero. Exactly. I love Nero's just speechless from stupidity.
We are returned.
Yeah, thanks, Alphino. We noticed.
Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remained behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalymo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
Yeah.
By your leave!
What the crap?
gods, that voice could fell a gigas.
I know, what?
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger.
Oh, wow. You are very good at saying that name, Towering Traveler.
I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Wait, Shadow Walker? This guy knows Yugiri?
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid.
Given that Gosetsu is very clearly a samurai, the fact that he is saying Lord Urianger, if you guys know anything about honorifics, most likely he is referring to him as Urianger Dono, which is a very olden day samurai type of way. In fact, Steiner, if I recall, did he use Dono or Sama? I think it was Dono for Vivi. That's why he would always call him Master Vivi in English. He was calling him Dono. It's very sweet. It's very cute. I always perk my ears up whenever I'm like, oh, I think that's a Dono. That's probably a Dono right there.
Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma. And I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart.
What?
Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
But you get but what?
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
Yeah, like, I'm not like a samurai or a shinobi or anything. Well, actually, Calosa is a ninja. So yeah, I would know. This definitely... it doesn't matter. At the drop of a hat, if your master says, come, you go. Like, it doesn't matter. Even if you, like, push everyone else aside and, like, your lover is left crying at the doorstep, you're gone.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Ooh. Well spoken, Yugiri.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
Yeah, there are still Domans living here. And if we just leave and then this primal destroys everyone, well then we just left all the people that were in our care, we just let them all die. So that's great.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire?
What?
Yugiri, you draw steel against the curse of Bahamut? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
I love Gosetsu. He's the best. I love him so much. Yeah, you're so excited.
Calosa, wait! Could I speak with you a moment?
What do you mean?
Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we, ambushed you?
Oh, jeez!
Hee 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 hee. Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here!
Okay.
You can try it on now if you like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ah!
Whoa! Oh, my. Not bad.
Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel?
Feels wonderful. Thanks, Tataru.
You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm to, bring you home. May it always protect you.
So you never know. Maybe someday Calosa will find means to use this outfit. Wouldn't be a bad idea. It looks really nice. I love it so much. By the way, I did mention, but I'm happy to have you with us too, Unnatural. Thanks for coming and joining us. Just the 2 unexpected guests, then. Still, I suspect that each will prove useful in his own way. The Mark 14 Thermocoil Boilmaster. Dear me, how risible must the previous 13 itinerations have been. I could design a more efficient water heater in the time it took that ill-conceived lump to become lukewarm. Oh, I think he's gonna fit right in. Gosetsu. Truly, I had no idea Domans could be so loud. He and Yugiri could hardly be more different. My blade shall carve a path through the Empire's ranks as a scythe fells the stalks of wheat. Never did I think to hear Gosetsu's voice echo through these halls.
How dare he mock the Scions like that? If I ever had to sew a set of traveling clothes for him, I just might forget to take out the pins.
Oh, Tataru! Oh, I love it! Yes! Yes, my favorite! Oh boy, it's time for Goldfish Poop Villain! Yes!
So we have to wake Omega up, right? When do we start?
Ida, are you sure that's...
I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine,
but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful.
Very well. I will remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alphino, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist Y'shtola and Kryl.
A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cardinal expedition party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Calosa, Ida, and our Doman friends take care of the security. Oh, of course. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave it as soon as everyone's ready. Of course. Oh man, do you think Tataru made Wedge an outfit? Oh my gosh! Wedge would, like, never wear it. He would be afraid of getting it dirty. But then he would have to wear it because it would make her feel sad if he didn't. And so, like, he would be torn. Oh boy, it's a fight going on. This is gonna be great. Though Setsu is an accomplished swordsman, should it come to battle, he will prove a staunch ally. Would that I could say the same for Nero. Will this contraption truly bear us through the skies? I was a bit lost for a while back there, but I'll be fine. Trust me. Soon, Omega, soon. I will see you rise again. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cartano before Ghost Setsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Aline Ryu was active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has been long aware of its presence. And if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it's not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight. Heck yeah, let's do it. Fly free, my pretty. Yeah, Wedge and she have been, like, talking with each other, like, not in the cutscenes, but, like, how would you call it? Off screen. Hey, it's a PvP area. Nice.
Now, where was that? Ah. I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
Nice.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah! Well, to be fair, Sid, once again, he could have gone there at any time and done this all by himself. So, at least he's given us the ability to watch him. To be also fair, he's probably bringing us to make sure that if Omega does go insane and he can't stop it, then he has to throw... You know what? I'm gonna shut up right now.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
Oh no!
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland.
Yeah! I love this dork. I love him so much.
Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it?
Aw, crap!
It's like all my name days have come at once.
It's like all my name days have come at once!
All the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
Also, I'll be like, is thinking, Nero's in the back like, wait, you saw Sid first? Oh, why doesn't anyone notice me standing right here at the console? I'm the one pressing the buttons, beep, boop, beep. Every time. Nero!
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Of course. Take care, Sid. You guys start punching. I'll be healing.
Gosetsu?
I am Gosetsu, samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Yes! Yes! Best theme. Yeah, I love this staff. It's like my favorite white mage one. Alright, Grinwat, let's do it. I'll stomp these worms into the dust myself! This is my fight, understand? You stay out of it! Fool the Empire! Slay those savages!
I have you.
I'll break you into pieces!
No retreat. No surrender.
I'll break you into pieces! I may have misjudged the enemy. They should be staining the soles of my boots by now! What are you fools gawping at? Don't just stand there, your captain is in danger! What the? Wow, Gosetsu!
An opening.
Nice!
With soul and steel.
Yeah! Oh geez, reinforcements! Oh! Do it, Gosetsu!
Leave this to me.
Ah, you hit me! Captain, why?
'Tis my right to strike.
Oh my gosh! He's hitting his own friends! You know what? That sounds perfect. I'll just put him right in the middle. Yeah! For every yapping cur I strike down, another takes his place!
I have you.
We will stand against his tide. How many friends did he bring?
You watching, Papalymo?
Take care, Ida.
No retreat. No surrender.
Poor Papalymo, yeah! That's such a good line. Surrender! We have you outnumbered! Aw, jeez, there are too many. And they were getting hurt. I couldn't heal them all. Would it be the first time? What the? Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to bring it back. What the? What are you talking about, Nero? Huh? Nero's Magitech armor? Oh. Oh. Behold, the Red Baron! Now end this nonsense! Don't mind if I do! What the? No one told me they'd have Magitech armor! Forward for the Empire! And he runs? I love it! The honorless cur thinks to abandon his men? Then I shall see that he shares their fate! Pray attend to the rest of his minions! Take care of yourself, Gosetsu. I got this. Yeah! Kaboom! Nice!
Leave this to me.
Oh, look at that! Oh, this is fun. Let's see. Big giant line. Pashoom! Did you hear that? Watch out for the big one!
Tis my right to strike.
Ha! You have felled a titan, but that still only counts as one. Okay, fine.
Handle these soldiers. Pray dispose of the giant. Don't mind if I do.
With soul and steel.
Well struck. My thanks, Calosa.
It's all over now.
You sure you're okay there, you kitty? There you go.
Your defense is lacking.
How about that?
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
Oh, jeez. That's a whole bunch.
No holding back.
Oh, jeez, I missed a few. Sorry.
Leave this to me.
There we go. The Colossi are scrapping the captain hits us as often as we hit the enemy. Time for a tactical withdrawal. Hey, you can't just run off. Deserting a battle is punishable by death. I order you to stand your ground. Come back now. Please. Pitiful. You bring this fate upon yourself. Damn it all to the seventh hell. I'll kill you bastards if it's the last thing I do. You watching, Papalymo? Ow.
No retreat. No surrender.
Using my tactics as a Dark Knight. Whoop! Oh, jeez! Okay. Ow! Hey, jerk! Dang it, come on. Give me some time to actually hit you, jerk.
With soul and steel.
It's all over now.
Get out, Grandwat.
Your defense is lacking.
You haven't seen the last of me! Mark my words, it'll be you who rose this day! And he's gone. You finally got what you needed from Wanderer's Palace. 6 tries! Woof! Well, at least it's finished. What were you looking for, Alteron? Oh, the bloody bow. Oh, right, because you were going to start with the relic weapon. Got it.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
It's funny because Nero says this. We'll get to that.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the primal at Belsar's wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
That sounds good. We'll put it in its little cocoon like they did. We'll find out how to, instead of keeping babies to pray for it all the time, we'll find a way to like sap its energy, and then we're good. We're Gucci, right? It'll be fine.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Yeah, just make sure that that is priority numero uno, okay, you two?
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
What? What do you think, Ida? Getting rid of that cocoon is the last bit of Papalymo.
What do I think?
Yeah. I mean, we aren't the thinky people, but we should be allowed to say what we think, you know? Go ahead.
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Go on, Ida. You can do it. You know what? Those skins are actually really expensive, so put those on the market board. I think put them up in groups of 6, and you can kind of increase the price because that's how much you need to make the item in particular.
Yes, that's the one.
Go ahead, Ida.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalymo. So this is for you. And me.
He's awake.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
Oh, he is too excited.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Yes! Nero, calm down. Yeah, Aqua knows. power was too much. They got launched off somewhere else.
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
Did it use too much of its power? Is it broken down? What could have happened?
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalymo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
And that means the very last bit of anything that might have kept Papalymo onto this planet is gone. He's fully gone now. But wait, isn't that the Scion mark? The mark that said you were a student? Why would Ida not have it? It's a tattoo. And so, yeah, hey, that was Shinryu, the other super boss from Final Fantasy V. So we've got Omega and Shinryu to worry about in a little bit. It'll be great. It's not gonna be terrible at all. I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. Travel to Gridania? No. Actually, I should have seen where that exit led to. Does it go back out to the Cartano Flats? What was the exit for? I'm so confused. Oh man, now I'm disappointed that I didn't check that out. I came as soon as I heard the Excelsior had been spotted on its approach. One moment everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. Yeah. Fly free, my pretty, fly, fly! To the far edge of fate. Oh joy, this is gonna be great! Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling toward the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida? Ida, wait! We must first... The Elder Seedseer is expecting us. Worry not, Alphino. Gosetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend to your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony. Conjurers. There we go. Wow. You okay there, game? Knock knock. Let's go. 'Twould seem Garlon's little friend was as good as his word. Another calamity averted, eh? How many times now have you and yours hauled us back from the brink? Had I not instructed you to throw Nidhogg's accursed eyes into the abyss, all of this might have been avoided. I thought them beyond reach. Sorry, it's okay, Amaric. We all just, we all were a little crazy back then.
My friends, full eagerly have I awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done.
You are too kind, Seed Seer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega Eye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed.
What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and even from its midst arose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other over the skies over Girabania.
The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan's soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other.
Well, most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form. The Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such.
Shin, of course, meaning godly, and Ryu meaning dragon.
This Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Girabanian side of the border.
Aye, which is why we have set our main force under the command of Marshal Tadupin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridanian's border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself would join the Marshal and his men when this council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis system, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it'll be of no use to them. Safe, perhaps, as a statue.
Correct.
Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they managed it at all.
Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, and yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns.
Indeed. I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Girabania. Though Ilberd has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of the Imperial retaliation. And by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp.
Of course.
Oh boy. Gonna be great and not at all terrible. Oh yeah.
Solo the Chimera first try? Nice! Grats, man.
Chimera is fun. I should very much like to see this Shinryu creature for myself. If, as seems likely, we put Omega into stasis after, what did they call it? Ah yes, after Shinryu was defeated, We should have little time to fear from either one of them.
When the primal emerged, I was for an instant transported back to Cartano, to the moment the black worm made an eighth hell of the battlefield. Gladly would I live out the rest of my days without seeing such a sight again.
I go to oversee operations at Belsar's Wall. You have done your part. Leave us to handle the initial Imperial reprisal and rest while you may. This operation to take the wall will be Ishgard's first military action under Alliance banners. Though I have no appetite for bloodshed, a part of me is glad of the chance to begin reparations for our past inaction.
Pray accept my humblest and most earnest thanks once again, Warrior of Light. Had Shinryu been suffered to roam free, the Twelveswood would surely have been laid to waste.
Yo, Alfie!
You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Y'shtola and the others have gathered at Amarix's spire, and I imagine that you too would be interested to see what has become of the wall now that the cocoon is gone.
It is decided then. Lead on. Yes, Armor Lady! You cannot unsee it. There it is. Now I'm gone. Sorry, I'm running into a wall because I was looking at something else. My fault. Let's just teleport, actually. I used an Aetheryte ticket thinking I'd actually be teleporting, and whoops, they just take me everywhere that I'm supposed to be going. Whoopsie doodle. That's fine, though. I have like 100 of them, so not a problem. There we go. Hey! Yo, Y'shtola. Oh, hey, Kryle!
Oh, thank the 12. After witnessing Omega's single-minded onslaught, I had visions of you being trapped between it and its target. Hardly the most rational concern, I concede, but if you had seen what I saw...
Looks pretty quiet now. But, I mean, it is nighttime. Can't see anything. No trace of the cocoon remains. 'Tis as if it never existed. That's true. I'll be fine.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
Yeah, there was that flood, right? Jeez!
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilberd's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
He wanted to make a dragon.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
It doesn't even seem like it's Allagan. Maybe the Ascians helped them?
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She is up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her.
But mayhap she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ida. How you feeling?
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Oh, Ida.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen.
And she did it anyway.
I knew the spell Papalymo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Oh. The mask!
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalymo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask.
Excuse me, what? My sister? Yeah, Aqua's excited.
20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric.
And when the revolution finished, Alamigo had no power to stand against the Garleans.
And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian.
But everything came when the Garleans attacked. Everything changed when the Garleans attacked. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Aqua.
That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
But, wait. Then, what?
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
So you're not Ida?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
What?
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalymo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
What?
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
So Ida died 6 years ago, and we met Ida and Papalymo 5 years ago. So we never, ever, ever knew the real Ida. This has been this girl this whole time. Who's she? I don't know. Now, what? I remember Rian and I were making fun of this part so much. Like, what is the point? Really? Just give her a makeover and just say, oh, it's still Ida. Why? What? I don't know. Whatever. Not a big problem. Oh. Why did you never tell me? Did you not trust me with that information?
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise.
Lise.
When Papalymo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalymo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me.
He did say he wanted her to find her own story.
The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lys. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
Yeah.
War is upon us once more.
Aqua saying, Papalymo doing an Aron impersonation. This is your story. Yep. Oh man, can you imagine Lys being Titus? Actually, you know what? That's not too far off from their personalities. Sorry, Yugiri. Continue.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
But Yukiri! No, she's gonna leave us! It was brave of Lys to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalymo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell to Taru and my sister. Hey! We've got ourselves some credits here, and I noticed that no one came to join me in the general chat, so I guess you guys don't want to talk about it. Rip. Alright, well then. Humph, I'll talk about it myself. Ha! Oh man, I'm probably just gonna sing along with the song, because I love Dragon Song. It's my favorite. Children of the land, do you hear? Anyway, my favorite part of this, actually, it's really funny because from what I've heard from many people, Heavensward is actually really divisive. It's hilarious how divisive it is. Like, 50% say, oh, I love the beginning, like, all the way up to 3.0, but I really didn't like post-game so much. And then there's the other half that say, well, you know, 3.0 was good and all, but it really picks up with the end game. And I actually kind of fall on the latter half. I honestly much preferred this part here, the end game. Number one, I guess I understand why. People just wanted a story where we get to hang out with dragons and it's really cool. And then Endgame was all about not being with dragons anymore. And I can imagine people are like, well, what's the point? I was promised dragons and I'll get to, like, make out with them. Oh no, whatever. Thancred got punched. But for me, as I was talking about with others beforehand, I honestly really preferred it's really annoying nowadays where, like, people have well, we're gonna go up all the way over here and we're gonna kill all the bad guys and now everything is perfect and honky-dory, no more problems, whoop whoop, and you're just like, but that's not how it works. That's not how life works. There's always going to be people that don't want to change. Even if it's stopping a war, but it might even just be tradition. They don't want to stop a tradition that we don't like. And I think nowadays a lot of us have been doing this song and dance of, well, if you don't agree with me, you're my enemy kind of thing. And I really like, and so I think that the people who don't like Endgame are like, well, we shouldn't be, well, these people who are traditionalists, these people who wanted to continue the war, should have also been killed, like the Pope, like the fantasy Pope, the Archbishop. But I don't agree with that at all. I really think that this was a really good way to handle it. Sometimes people just don't understand what they truly want. They wanted revenge, but they just needed to learn that revenge is not the best way to handle things. So I really liked that we were able to teach these people, like especially the lady who tried to start the war back up again, and she got struck with an arrow, but they did everything they could to save her. And at the end of the time, Amaric does his speech and she wants to listen to it. You can see that the gears are turning in her head, that there is a seed planted, that she just wants closure. That was what she really wanted. It wasn't just the revenge, she just needed something else. And instead of hating people who are different or even think different, I really like that this went a different direction and said, you know what, this is not bad. Like, these people aren't necessarily evil. We just need to find out why they are thinking these bad thoughts and find a way to turn it constructive. Find a way to find out what the true feeling that they want and turn it into something important. So yeah. Oh, Alteron's in. Hey, Alteron, there you go. Sorry, Alteron. So that's my big feeling of why I really enjoyed Heavensward. It was the true conclusion, I think, to this main thing of Heavensward, because I feel like this kind of stuff needs to be told more often in a story. Otherwise, we are going to turn into a black and white society and not try to look at the grays that unite us in different ways. But anyway, how about you, Alteron? What do you feel about Endgame?
Well, just on what you were saying about, some people thinking that the quote-unquote traditionalists of Ishgard should have also been punished. They've been punished enough.
They've lived their entire lives having all of their people murdered, and they want to. That was the point of their revenge. They don't really want revenge. They want closure. They want, what was it? Aqua was mentioning, the Ishgardians can finally take a break and not have to fight anymore. This is what they need. They need that closure. They need a break. and they don't know how to have a break.
Like that I guess that mindset is almost like say with the American Civil War. Or not the Civil War, but like, sorry, I was thinking the Revolutionary War.
Oh, right, okay.
That's like saying that the English, like the people that sided with the English, the Americans that sided with the English, should have all been executed.
Yeah, because believe you me, there were a lot of people. In fact, I remember hearing a story that like the American populace was trying to like make its own form of currency, and most Americans weren't taking it. They would only take the British pounds, the British money, because if they were caught using American, like the revolutionary, army's money, they would get into trouble, and they didn't want to rock the boat. And for a lot of people, change is very scary, and we need to understand that change is scary, and not everyone is going to agree with us, but we need to find a way to help.
Change needs to be delicate and slow. Like you're not going to change people's minds overnight. You need to work towards it. So yeah.
Yeah.
I also wanted to say I agree. I side on the same part of Heavensward as you, with the post game
being better
to me. Yeah.
Why do you think so?
So I've always loved dragons, and I really love the design of the dragons in Final Fantasy XIV.
And LV mentioning the society and culture of the dragons being actual people. But
oh yeah, yes. But I think they played themselves out in the main expansion, like in 3.0. I think we got enough of the dragons that we didn't need the post game to keep being about Ishgard and the dragons for the whole thing.
For the whole thing, because I really enjoyed 3 up to 3.3.
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot. But yeah, once Nidhogg was finished, we were like, okay, we Gucci, we good. We don't need it. We don't need to have the whole thing all about dragons. Got it.
But the other thing that actually made 3.0 less impactful to me was that we kept getting pulled away from the main story. Like we kept having to go back to Uldar and saving Ralban and getting stuff about the Sultana and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It really took it out of me.
I remember saying that was one of the not low points, but it was like I would have preferred it being in the post game, because it feels like post game is when a lot of those things need to be wrapped up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I kind of understand.
Sorry, I think it very easily could have been put in 3.2.
Yeah.
Once the Scions are all together again, and that's all wrapped up, and we're still thinking, well, the Sultan is still quote unquote dead.
So we
Uldar doesn't have a leader. We
want to let's focus all of our attention on helping that out, kind of thing.
Yes.
That makes a little sense, especially now that we got Real and everyone and the the Crystal Braves turned real scions. They become true scions at the end of that. Like, if they all get together, we can, like, have a, like, this is our group kind of thing. And now we can put most of our energy towards helping the Alliance back out again. I think I understand. I kind of understand it being in 3.0, because, like, oh, hey, we need to change our thing into something that you can use it for, and that's going to take, like, it's not going to be like an overnight job, so why don't we pretend you go off somewhere else while we're fixing it? I kind of get it. Still bugs me. Elvie is mentioning that the Warrior of Dorkness stuff was good, and as I said, that was the part where I was going, mwah, chef kiss. Voice acting is absolutely great. I loved it. What is it? I wanted to bring this up. Thank you for reminding me, Elvie. The voice actor for Warrior of Darkness, Dorkness, is Joe Dempsey. He is from Liverpool, and he has Warrior of Darkness. He was a character in Love, Death, and Robots, and that's it.
Yep.
So, I hope he is amazing in his work. Just even from the the one thing, I haven't seen Love, Death, and Robots. I don't know if it's any good. But if it is, that's great.
It's not your type of show.
Hey, I don't think it is. It really wasn't.
Right,
but regardless, great work on his stuff. I hope he gets more stuff later on. He sounds like the type of person I would love to see more of down the road. So every time someone tries to say something like, oh, the voice acting in 14 isn't as good in English, you should play it in Japanese, it's so much better. And like, I've heard it before, and like, I remember my friend was playing and he was doing the voice acting, like he had it in Japanese, and I heard it over Discord, and I was like, oh, what anime are you watching? And he was like, no, that's the villain we're fighting in the battle. And I was like, that's what she sounds like in Japanese? She sounds like a generic loser, like anime like show. Like, it doesn't even sound anything special. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I've listened to too much Japanese people that it just doesn't seem special to me anymore. I should change it to French and see if that's better. But anyway, that's my big thing. I'm gonna say the English is very good. I'm gonna keep saying it. People who try to say that it's not.
I'm going to say that after like A Realm Reborn, the English voice acting is very good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I don't think that the people that swear by the Japanese voice acting really gave Heavensward or the later expansions a chance in English.
I don't think they did. Slightly because we say something like, well, it got better in 3.0, and 3.0, like at the very beginning, you can tell like they're new to their stuff, and like Alphino sounds a little like unsure and unsteady, and the characters aren't like 100% there. And it isn't until like the post game that you can hear these great voices and the actual emotion behind it, but you don't see that yet. And so the people go, well, I already tried it and it's not as good as the Japanese voices, so I'll go back. And it's like, okay, you do you, but they really don't give it the stuff that it deserves, I feel. Anyway. Tataru's voice actor did a voice in Xenoblade Chronicles, and Elvie immediately recognized her. I'm telling you, man, it's funny because like sometimes you get like characters that have like been in other things, but then sometimes you get like, what was it, Mr. Joe Dempsey, who like, wait, who? What? Huh? if I remember, Honoral's voice actor, he was like in a BBC drama, and that's it. He was in a TV show, and that was it. And I'm very sorry to say anything. He will probably not get another voiced line, mostly because his English voice actor was, he got sick and has died like last year or something, like, or maybe it was I think it was at the end of 2019 or something. And so, very sad. I really did love how sweet and adorable he sounded, and it's very sad to hear that we've lost him. Such a wonderful and obviously spirited, emotionally charged young voice actor. He wasn't like a 40-year-old playing it. No, he was like 20. It was terrible. Yeah. If I recall, a lot of Yugiri was very quiet for a long time. I don't remember the exact thing, but that was because her English voice actor was
Jack.
No, her English voice actor, like her first one, she died. She was killed, like in her house. It was pretty terrible. Yeah. I don't remember the exact things. I haven't looked it up. I really should have. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think for a long while of like the beginning of something, she just stops talking for a long while, and then suddenly she sounds different because they found another person. But I think they tried to keep it. In Japan, if a voice actor dies, they will literally never let that character have another voice line ever again. The feeling is like this person brought that soul to the character, and we cannot have another person try to inject their soul into it. I'm using air quotes. So they won't. So I think while America doesn't necessarily do that, if someone dies, we'll find another voice actor to play them. What they end up doing was they had a long time of let's have a mourning period for a little bit, and then she was eventually brought back. But yeah, it was pretty terrible. There have been a few slight problems and sadnesses that have happened with this, and so number one, probably no more Honoral like voices at all, probably never again. And Yugiri will probably sound a little different later on, especially in Stormblood. So if you want, you can look it up, but that's I'm usually not the person to immediately look into all of the celebrities' like personal lives and to learn all of the stuff that's going on. But yeah, so what were we talking about before? I was talking about how Honoral was adorable, and then I went into the sad stuff. I'm so sorry, everyone. This is my life. This is my brain. So Heavensward, really great. I really loved the showing of Shinryu and Omega and leading up to Stormblood. It was, we knew that Stormblood was coming at this point. We knew that we were going to Alamigo. We knew that we were going to liberate Alamigo. Like, that's the thing. And so it was a little nice to see Shinryu and Omega as like a little like, not only something that we spoiled, air quotes, but also here's another twist that's gonna be happening. So we've gotta liberate Alamigo, we've gotta find Shinryu and Omega and make sure that they don't explode. And we've been hearing about this weird new viceroy. So the original viceroy of Alamigo was Gaius, and then Gaius kind of was doing his thing, and then he was like, you know what, we gotta take back Eorzea. And that's when things went south. But now there's a new person, and at least Gaius was like, you know, the honorable villain. You know, he's like, oh, I believe you are savages, but once I take you over, I will do my utmost to make you part of my new society, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to annihilate you, but I want you to become part of our great empire. So, like,
yeah, he was as close to a humanitarian as a Garlean
could be, yeah. But this guy, from what people have been saying, this new viceroy is a pretty nasty piece of work. They were saying he is not the kind of guy that Gaius was. So, sounds like we've got a lot of problems on our hands. It's not going to be fun. Actually, but we also had Gosetsu and Yugiri leaving, and I did say, Stormblood, we're not just going to be in Alamigo. There's another place we'll be going next time, and I hope you guys look forward to that. It's going to be great. Yeah, Warriors of Darkness are gone, though. Don't worry, they're gone. Nah. Sorry, no more. Yeah. No more Warriors of Darkness, Aqua. Sorry. But I don't know. What else do we talk about? Anything else, Alteron? We're running out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other talking points. We've spoken ad nauseum about Estinian never taking a path.
They made a joke. Like, they were like, oh yeah, Estinian returns. He finally took a bath. Maybe. Thanks, Twitter. The Twitter PR is also making jokes because everyone knows. See, I don't know if I brought this up. I'm gonna bring it up again. The Estinian was like gone for all this time, and he didn't wash his own like Nidhogg blood off. It was so dumb. It took him months, and he still didn't wash it off. At least he changed clothes. He just left. That's a pretty cool feeling, though. Like the idea of I've removed the blood-stained past armor and I've thrown it aside, and now I have new armor that is not so. Okay, I get it. I do remember I was talking about while I understand LV's thing, and I personally never really enjoyed how he like was even nasty to like Alphino. He was like, yeah, I'm joking, but then like he keeps ribbing him even though he clearly didn't like it. Like, I don't know. I never liked the way Estinian treats Alphino, despite the fact that Alphino like worships the ground he walks on. Alphino, you can do better. I'm just saying, kid.
Yeah, it does feel like an abusive relationship.
It was not very nice. I remember mentioning that, like, I didn't like the way he treated Alphino, and like the guy who like for some reason needs to explain to me how much I'm wrong about everything was like, no, it wasn't abusive. I didn't see anything wrong with it. It was just that he was just joking around, okay? And it was like, okay. But anyway, yes. Estinian. But other characters. Anyway, it's finally finished. Yay! Special thanks to Akihiko Yoshida. Yeah. He is, Yoshida is the artist for Final Fantasy Tactics, Nier Automata, things like that. So it's nice to. I don't know what he worked on in Heavensward though. I'm not sure. Weird. Not sure what that's about. But yeah, he's cool. Oh, level 5. Level 5. They did a there was a Yokai Watch thing. So there you go. The level 5 ink. The people came in to help out with that kind of stuff. So there was a Yokai Watch thing. Maybe I'll show off some of the cute little Jibanyan and Usapion creatures that they added as pets. They're very cute if you're into that sort of thing. Actually, level 5, fun fact, level 5 was the one who, I don't know if they designed it, but they worked on Dragon Quest VIII, which, as a lot of people believe, is one of the better ones. So, that I think that was partially a slight reason why, level 5 and Square Enix have a pretty decent rapport. And all Final Fantasy XIV players, yay! Special thanks to us. Thank you for giving us money in the subscriptions, because it's a lot, oh yeah, and all of the money immediately goes off to making Final Fantasy 16, so that's great. Let's hope that 16 actually is good and they didn't just fritter all this money away. Yay! Naoki Yoshida! Every time, he's the best. Don't ever forget. Mr. Yoshida. Here we go. I love how we were in the Black Shroud for like all of like half a second, and you could hear the birds chirping, and then it switched us over. You should have seen the look on Tataru's face when I recounted Lisa's. I realize in retrospect I should probably have waited for you to return. I also told Alice. Apologies. Uh-oh. Lady Flamine, I sent her outside to enjoy a quiet cup of tea. Much has happened these past moons, and we can all use a rest every now and then. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Hey! Woo! My sister has the most curious ideas about courtship. A fine showing, brother, but you have yet to outpace Aonor. I made a fool of myself on our last mission, but I will show him what I'm made of. Come on now, Hori! Is that the best you have got? Should the Archons be called away to Kiribania, it'll fall to us to deal with the Scion's usual obligations, and thus, we must remain in peak condition. Though it might be simpler to surrender to despair, I have chosen to resume my studies of the arcane. I received much wisdom from Papalymo, and I would put his advice into practice. Oh geez, I just realized what's gonna happen. There is going to be a point where this is going to finish and the new Game Plus is gonna finish, and we're gonna go back to the original, the other Rising Stones, and it's gonna be all spoilers, so be careful.
Be careful, yeah.
What was that? What did she say? You should still be a baddie, Sildor. Last I was able to rise from my sickbed, but the pain when I tried to take up my axe. Oh, what a sad old man I've become. Oh, Isildur. Sorry, what was that, Alteron?
Oh, sorry, I'm doing something else.
Okay, go ahead. Back in the Far East, we treat the back pain with a long soak in a hot spring. What say you to a short journey, Isildur? I am told the waters at Camp Bronze Lake are famous for their healing properties. You guys should go on a trip! You guys should go on a manly bro trip! Go! Yes! He may have mentioned, but Alphino has apprised me of all that comes to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. Lise has chosen her path, and as her friends we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Garabania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably save is not wisdom but indolence, correct? I, for one, look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire, as, I rather suspect, do you. Leave it to me. I will punch all the Garleans and their stupid viceroy in the face. Meanwhile, they're retaking the wall! Yay!
Quick march! The Imperials will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. Go, Pippin! It is almost time, Father.
Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin.
I learned to brace myself against the charge of the Bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. That was where we fought Ilberd. And where he threw himself. Oh, Raubon, he was your friend.
Very well, Ilberd. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us.
Meanwhile, in the Royal Alamigan Palace, the Viceroy.
My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Baelsar's wall has fallen to the Eorzean Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown icon continues, though both yet elude us. My lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from our search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Dias would have said yes. Forgive me, my lord. I did not intend. Your will be done. Unknown. My spies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. The smile under the mask. At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. Completed Heavensward Part 4, exiting New Game Plus mode. Everyone look away, oh god! Oh yeah, I managed to look only at the characters that we already know about. Whew! Ah, so good, so good. Alright, let's head out of Revenant's Toll so we don't gotta look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. A bro trip should always be called a Final Fantasy 15. My apologies. You know what? We've got some time. You know what we should do?
You should help me do the Hydra fight.
Maybe. Just a sec.
Yeah.
Just a sec. I know what we should do. This happened in Shadowbringers, but it was available to people who have defeated Nidhogg, so technically this is canon. This is okay. This is the firmament.
Isn't spoiled.
Yeah, it's the firmament! This is the firmament. This is the reconstruction effort in order to help the commoners have affordable housing for everyone. And guess who runs it? My boy, Francel, my son! Pet. Yeah, Francel! Yeah!
this is a good place to level your crafting classes. And as I said before, remember when I said that a lot of mentors don't actually know how to play the game because they've never actually hit Stormblood? It's because they've already done this.
Bet you can't outrun me. Bet I can. Bet you can't.
Aww. Right now, we finished construction, so everyone's having a party now. They are called Fates, like F-E-T-E, Fate. Ah, do you get it?
Such a magnificent image of the Fury.
Oh, they are little Halone statues. Yeah. Oh no, the video chose the wrong time to freeze. No. Oh, I already have all the Ethernet shards. And the best part is that, look! The dragons are allowed back!
People made this with those fleshy lumps? They may be fleshy, but they are nimble and ambidextrous and ambitious besides.
I hear the new public bathhouse is open! Bathhouse, you say? I could use a soak to warm these bones. The dragons are allowed in here, and look!
Thanks to El To, we're now allowed to live here too. And what a fine nest this is.
Oh my goodness, look at these dragons! They got a new little home to live in. And here is El To. El To, at the very beginning, was hiding out and like, oh no, is the dragon gonna attack? But then we find out that El To just wanted to learn about humans because El To is a descendant of Ratatoskr, and her songs are the reason for the name Dragon Song War. The songs were the Ratatoskr's songs were the most beautiful, and her songs of her descendants ring out and tell the history of dragonkind. So El To is able to write a new history and sing a new song of dragonkind. And you can see she's growing up to be quite a little different from most dragons. She's actually bipedal.
Have you seen? The firmament is positively brimming with dragons. There is so much and more I must teach them. I cannot expect every one of them to adjust as well as I have.
Oh. And she's also a delivery person. You can deliver things to her. And this is her best friend, Hot DeLong.
Can you believe how El To has grown? Not just in size, but in confidence as well. Her movements are more sure and she can lift heavy stones with ease. And she's finding out more about herself by the day. And Ishgard teeming with dragons. My masterpiece nearing completion. I would have never thought this day would come.
Oh, so now there's a human who is writing, or a child of man who is writing his story.
Where does your home come? The Sea of Clouds? Have you ever been?
So they are both writing a new chapter of history, one by men and one by dragons. And then... Calosa, might I take your presence here to mean you are willing to grace us with an encore performance? Heck yeah, I am! Let's do it! Let's do elaborate so I can mess up and you guys can laugh at me. Here we go! Hard mode! Yeah, let's do a duet with Francel! Let's do it. Do, 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 do. end. Oh, hey, at least it made it to the end. At least I passed.
You were going so well
I
for most of that.
know, but it still says superb because missing twice and making it go brrr still is okay. But there you go. Rhythm games in my Final Fantasy, more likely than you think. What is the important other stuff? Oh yeah, we gotta go to the springs. Yeah, Eastern Song. Eastern Risen Song Quarter. No, it's not that hard with the controller. It's just, you just press any button. It really is. You just press a button and you're done. It's not that hard. It's not like you have to like press this button and then that button and then this button. No, you just press button. Uh-oh. Oops, I went to the wrong way. Oh well, there we go. Snow-soaked springs! Woo! Do I even have my... There it is. There we go. Yeah! Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. And gloves. The gloves go off. Nice. Yeah! Woo! Oh, and weapon. There we go. There we go. Ah, beautiful. Perfect. Woo! Oh, yeah. Swimming around, swimming around. Oh, I love this guy over here. Who needs a waterfall when we have this here in town? Oh, yeah. Woo! And then you can stay in the steaming sauna. All lasts longer than yesterday, just you watch. Ah. There we go. Sit down in the sauna. Oh yeah, these bathing suits. This one is yeah, this one was a summer special event one. But there is one that you can get. You can turn in these Cascadier uniforms and you can turn them in for a bikini, which is better than nothing. And then afterwards, you can get a massage. Yeah! Nice. Little lower. Ah, that hits the spot. Yeah! I don't think these are actual beds, though. I don't think you can doze in them. / doze. Oh, no, you can! Yes! Ah! Nice little break. Take a nap. Okay, enough of that. Let's go. There we go. Oh yeah, you can even get a... Nothing's better than a flagon of Ishgard's finest after a dip. Oh yeah, you get a little drink of milk afterwards. This is so good. And last but not least, Sir Vaindro's Grace at the Western Risen Song Quarter. I think was announced, but I don't remember. Yay, it's Charlemagne! Charlemagne is the leader of one of the high houses of Ishgard. I forget which one.
Yeah, Durandare.
Durandare, thank you. House Durandare. He is the leader of House Durandare. Welcome, Calosa, welcome. I believe I speak for all of St. Vandro's Grace when I say we are always glad for your visit. So this is a place where people... Oh, maybe she'll explain. As you know, owing to Melia's age, and Charlemagne's station, I had some concerns whether our patients would accept them. But it seems I shouldn't have worried. Their dedication has won over every single soul here at St. Vaindro's Grace. Our infirmary is a better place thanks to them. This is a place for the veterans of the war to be able to rest and recuperate with the finest. Aww. I wish I could give you a massage, sir. Flash it. I hope you feel better soon. And...
Where's the famous Mandeville salamander oil when you need it.
Yeah, I know, right? This room houses those patients who require intensive and extended care. Do take care not to disturb them. Don't worry, there's no one here, so not a problem. And then they were mentioning Maylee. Look at this cutie! Remember, this is the girl that the evil man threw off of the cathedral and then was saved by Vidofnir. And now she's come here to help people.
It's usually Charlemagne who teaches me things, but sometimes our patients teach me as well. It's a lot of fun learning from everyone.
Yeah, when she first came, they were like, well, you gotta know about how to do a lot of math in order to, like, you know, you gotta measure out, like, the appropriate medicine. And she was like, I don't know math very well. And so Charlemagne taught her. He tutored her. It was so cute. And then this is Charlemagne's nephew, because Charlemagne's son, like, was kidnapped by, well, killed by bandits at sea, and he's kind of gone now. But now here's his nephew.
My uncle is right. It is better for a man to be a man who serves others. I shall learn to be one too.
And now they get to learn how to help all the people. Look at this. I love this place. Oh.
Does it hurt, my dear?
Nothing I can't bear. I will be out of this place in no time. Oh, it's so sweet.
Where did I leave that from?
Yeah, I love this. I love all of this. It's so good. So yeah, this is so interesting and cool. And yeah, we were talking about that someday in Endwalker, this will be a place where you can buy houses. You can see, these are the small houses, small. This would be a medium house, and this would be a mansion house. In fact, speaking of mansion, I'm your Roland Berry. Where was it again? New Nest. New Nest is where the orphanage is. Yeah. My favorite is, like, there's this, like, lady in the quest who's like, oh my goodness, there's these strange men following the children around. And it turns out that they are actually veterans of the war who are now the patrons and take care of the orphans. Yeah, it's so adorable. And Redwall, the leader of Falcon's Nest, he adopted one of the children here. There was a little thing. And here are the little kids that are working really hard.
Just you watch. One day we're gonna build a big house here in Firmament that the three of us can all call home. You'll come visit us, won't you? Rassequin is always saying that there are all types of families out there, and I couldn't agree more. Rather than going off to live with a mother and father I don't even know, I'd rather keep the family that we have here together.
You have friends among the merchants in Featherfall, right? Yes?
Do you know any who would be particularly interested in purchasing our wares at a premium? You must let us know.
And there's one final. I know, I keep saying we're finished, but no, there's one more, I promise.
The Firmament is a big place.
It's really big, and there's so many fun things to do around here. Someone's hiding out over here. Look! Marcelo was one of the people who was a heretic, and he drank the dragon blood and became well, I was gonna say a monster, but he just became a dragon. And so the war ended, and he tried to come back, and everyone was like, ew, no. And his wife was like, ew, no. But now he was able to show that he truly remembered and cared about them the whole time he was away. And now they are living in this house together. It was an honor to play my own small part in such a grand celebration. To think there was a time when I feared my family and my homeland would never welcome me back again. How far we have all come, and I would never forget my gratitude to you and Lord Francel for making this possible.
Thank you for a most lovely concert. Just between the two of us, I couldn't help but notice my dear husband shed a few tears during your performance. As an artisan, as an Ishgardian, as one who has finally found acceptance and fulfillment in the city he so loves, no doubt the experience moved him deeply. Daddy says he'll leave the piano in the plaza so anyone can play it when they like. Isn't that nice of him? I'm gonna go ask Maylee if she wants to play it with me. This is the best. I love the firmament. It's so amazing and cute. And you notice I didn't speak to Francil because the reconstruction may have reached its goal, but my work here is far from done. I must ever place my finger on the pulse of this town and see that all who visit and reside here want for nothing. After all, there is no telling when Sir Amaric might choose to stop by for another surprise inspection. That said, should a musical mood ever strike you, 'twould be a pleasure to take the stage together anew. Of course, Francil. Thumbs up. Let's do it someday. Cute baby face boy. So, I'm gonna leave it off here for now. It's the best place to go when you're feeling bad. And yeah, in 11 hours there will be some fates. So it'll be a little fun to go check out if you care, but it's not a huge deal. Anyway, the big thing, sometime maybe on Yeah, maybe Tuesday. Well, that would be Monday evening for you Americanos. We're gonna do, what was it? Tales of the Dragon Song War. So, Tuesday night, Tuesday night for Japan, Tuesday morning for Americans. There we go, got it.
Yeah, there you go.
Temple Tap. The paths we walk, the oaths we swear, the legacies we leave. Sharing triumphs and bearing burdens, the warrior of light embarks on a journey of reminiscence and recollection in a land that now heals from a long and bitter war. We're gonna do that! And then, Friday morning for you Americanos, we are going to show off a new alternative character that I have, who is going to go to the Golden Saucer and help find out a terrible happening that happened at the Gold Saucer. And we're gonna find out the mystery of who done it. That's gonna be, it's not a New Game Plus, it's the event that's going on right now. But Calosa's already done it, so we're gonna have an alternate character do it instead. So hope you guys look forward to that. And oh no, are you gonna miss it? I'm sorry, Aqua. It's okay, no worries. You can watch it another time when it comes up, or you could watch it on Twitch like later on, because it stays up as a VOD for a few. Oh, it's snowing. So there we go. That's the ending. We're gonna say thank you everyone for coming by. Play us out. Yeah, play us out, little anima. Yeah. Yeah, you can watch it whenever you want. Later that day, whenever. So, no worries. Have fun, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you later on. Look forward to next week when we start Stormblood.